Hello everyone, and welcome back to Block Motion. This is the 7th and final episode for this new Dew week. And we're back here. Now, it's been a little while. All the previous episodes were pre-recorded in pretty much the same day. It might have been between 2 days. I think it was all on the same day though. Which means that there was no chance for updates or any of, the bugs that we encountered to get fixed. None of that took place. But it has taken place now. In fact, quite a few things in fact, I think all of the issues that we had, albeit the small issues we had, they've been essentially resolved. So, check out this. The actual item we place shows you not only like a direction in terms of the spinny thing, but if I press E, you can see it highlights what rotation is happening. If I press Q, it highlights what rotation is happening. Now, I hope that makes sense. I'll try and hover over what I'm talking about a little bit better. But so if I press Q, this top little spinny circle, it turns, and it shows you which way it's going to turn. It's going to turn clockwise in that direction. If I press E, this spinny circle at the bottom, or on the side, I should say, turns, and it shows you the direction. That is amazing. That makes everything just that much easier because there's no more confusion. Previously, it was a bit confusing trying to figure out how it all worked, but now. Now the mistakes are purely on my end. So yeah, that is amazing. That's that issue solved. Another thing is, this level, for instance, I'm stuck on, right? I've gone back and even off camera, I tried to have a little thought process of how I could get it done, but I'm clearly just missing the skill, the technology. I can't comprehend what I'm meant to do. I just can't. And I mentioned that to the developer. I was like, I mean, I get stuck. That's my problem. I'm just completely stumped. And check out this. If we press escape, there's now a show me a hint button. And this is really cool. So if we click this, it puts in some structures. Now, they're not there. If I press escape, they're gone, and we'd have to build them ourselves. But it shows us the general format of how you can make, I guess, different... what am I trying to say here? Different pieces that if I put it together or modify it a little bit, we should get to a solution. So you can see here they have conveyors set up. So once this fills up, so it'll push here, it won't move. It'll end up here, it'll end up here, and then the conveyor triggers and it moves. And so that's how you can get them all to be in a perfect line of 3 and send them on their way. Over here we get to see an example of how you would apply that. So once you have them lined up in the 3, you can actually have them pushed into here, and then they'll be welded, right? So I think my issue is, so when we went over here, I'm able to build one of these. Like, I'm able to complete one, but then I can't figure out in my brain how to make it become 2 wide next time. You know what I mean? So we can have a look at more of these solutions here. So what's going over here? This is for the input zone. This goes over here. Oh, that is really smart. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing because I am learning so much. And because the game is still quite small in terms of the community, it can be a little hard to just find solutions and tutorials and tips and stuff. So this is extremely helpful. Now, from the email I got from him, he said that it was only we can actually leave since we haven't built anything. Let's go back to the main menu. He said levels 1 through 9. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I'm counting correctly. I think that's how many. So luckily, or I guess kind of not luckily, we're already stuck on what, level 8? This is the one we're stuck on. You can see this was the solution I did in the first episode. Or I say the first episode, on episode 6, this was this was my horrific attempt. I mean, it's very primitive. That's what I'll say. I'm not utilizing a single smart conveyor. I'm not utilizing a single sensor. It's very barbaric and primitive. I've just got like walls stopping the overflow, and it's a mess. It's a mess. So I am going to try this episode to complete this. and I'd love to check out the next level as well. I would also like to before we jump into this, and we will there probably won't be a timestamp on, but you can skim through and you know what? No, I changed my mind. We'll get this mission done, and then I'll go back onto the other things I wanted to say. So let's try and figure this out. Now that we sort of know what we're meant to do, let's give it a shot. I'm not going to be able to do it as compact as it was shown, but I'm just going to set it up like this, bring it out here, and then we can try these smart conveyors. So essentially, this is what happens. The piece will come across here and will land here. And then I think, from memory, what we'll do is we'll place one of these, one of these, one of these. We can actually get a filler. We can build this up here. Get a sensor. So just to recap, in case you guys aren't sure what these blocks do, this sensor will essentially, I mean, most of my communities are from Minecraft, so redstone would be the good analogy. Essentially, the blocks hit this, it triggers an energy source, so like a pulse, and that goes through this cabling, or any adjacent block. So if we have a smart conveyor here, I think it gets triggered as well. But you can set up the conduits, which is essentially just wiring, and you can actually hook up all of these, so they'll all get triggered at once as soon as this one's filled up. So just to give an example of what that would look like, you can see these come here. It stops there, it then gets pushed, and then gets pushed, and then they all go. And keep in mind, once they all go, that's not enough. We can't just like slap that on the end here, because they need to be welded still. I mean, you guys probably know that because you're watching these in chronological order, but I'm kind of convincing myself too. So the bit that confuses me, I'm gonna look at the hints again, is how does this work? I'm very confused. Okay, so let's say we have the 3. Then the 3 eventually get here. They fall in here. Then they're welded. Right? Then the next one goes all the way across. And it would land here. And only 2 would be welded. Oh, so is that what we set up over there? Yeah, okay. And then this one, only 1 lands there. But eventually it will get pushed. And then it will get welded. I'm trying to think if I understand what's happening here. Let's give this a shot. I'm going to attempt to recreate what I think is meant to happen. So, if my understanding's correct, and it probably isn't, we would have welder. We'll set the fillers up here, with conveyor going like so. I guess we'll stack them like that. I don't think we have to put this many because this one will push them all, but that's fine. Let this go here. We'll also have this be a conveyor, and then oh. You can see even with the clear, obvious help, I'm still having issues. So to be fair, in retrospect, the old conveyor method without these visual guides of what buttons do what, it might have worked fine. It might have been a perfectly fine method, and the issue was all just me. That is very possible. So this will go over here. Is that all? I think that's all. Let's do this. Okay, let's see. I want to see if this works. Right? So these all get lined up. They get pushed. I really need to change my thought process with smart conveyors, I think. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's not what we want. So once again, we're going to use the smart conveyors to get them back onto this row. Alternatively, we could move these all back one, and we should probably do that. So let's do that. Do that. Break these. Make these into smart conveyors, facing that way. Perfect. Break this, break this, break this. This and this can break. This will be a sensor. And I could probably just place a filler there. And oh, this should be perfect. Right? This will have to change to be that way. Okay. I think that works. I'm not sure if this... Oh, wait, no. Wait. Brain fart. I forgot the whole point. The whole point is to break these, and have the conveyors just go like that. Alright, down here as well, we'll need the smart conveyors. I've just realized. So that will go like that. Yeah, essentially just the exact same format. So let's do this. Do this. Do the... Where are we? The sensor. Sensor and conduits. This should do what I think it does. This will get pushed there. It'll come all the way along here. And it'll get pushed over. Essentially, I think I could remove this. And we could just have it happen over there. So let's do that. Let's actually do that. Oh, it's already a mess. Have the conveyor do this, and then have it do that. Okay, let's give this a shot. So here comes the, whatever these bits are, these cylinders. They're gonna pop over here. They're gonna get pushed. They're gonna get pushed. Then they're gonna get pushed down there. Welded. Then what happens with the next one? It gets pushed over here, and then with the next one, it gets pushed over. Okay, so this actually means two things. Let's pause this, and I'll go through my thought process after seeing this. So obviously, this down here is what we want. That's good. That's bingo. Done. This up here is good for two reasons. One is once the cylinders down here get completed, like this build, these ones will fall down there, and there'll be no issues. It'll just repeat the cycle. It also means when this is complete, it'll stack up, and the extra ones will get pushed along here, and we can essentially have this exact same format for each and every one of these. That's my analysis of the situation. Which is essentially, I think that's what we saw in the hint, right? But obviously I'm making it a lot messier. So I think we want to have this. Now, ideally we want it like that, because we also want to weld this block. We just haven't brought the block over yet. So let's, essentially have it ready. This should be pretty easy. This should just be a matter of that and that. We can place some fillers just to keep them held up. Do the same over here. Get the conveyor. That should be perfect. Let's press play. We can speed it up. Have them come over. Here they go. Check out this. That goes down there. These next ones get stacked on top, but then these ones will push them. And here we go. So this method that we have does create scrap. Now, oh, actually, here we can speed this up. One thing I've noticed about this, we probably won't try this, but I would guess that, see how we create this one extra bit? I would guess that we'd be able to, like, somehow reroute that and place it here. Right? And maybe that would somehow improve efficiency. I don't think it matters too much. Because these generate every 8 cycles. I don't think they generate fast enough. This should work, though. I think all I need to do is bring these over here and push them all through to each every one. Okay. I don't really know how we're going to do this, but let's give it a shot. Let's go here. Spin it there. Bring it all the way over here. So, this right there should work. This should complete the first one. Let's see if we're right on that aspect. What? Oh. Remember to put your conveyor belts underneath the block. That's a big help. Okay, so here we go. Boom. That's it. Complete. Boom. Complete. Boom. Complete. Complete. That is amazing. And then so let's see what happens. So now it's done. And now they just get pushed on top and on top, and it becomes messy. But that is extremely good. What we do here now is we have this go there. You know what? Let's redo this whole thing. And what I want to do is have this go here and here. One thing I will say now, this feature is purely I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But I'll just say my idea that I had. The ability to, even if it was like a tool at the bottom, so we could select it, or press a button to select it, and I could highlight this conveyor belt, and then just like drag it over a block. You know what I mean? So like bring it to the left a bit, instead of removing it all and placing them all again. That could be a feature already, or it could be a planned feature, or it could be something that isn't actually helpful. It might sound helpful, but it might not actually be helpful. Yeah, that's just a little idea I had. So this should go here, and then this should literally be the exact same format we had for the other blocks. This should work. This is amazing. Genuinely, like 2 days ago, or whenever I last tried, I was like, I've got to get a 7th episode, and the game's added like these new features where like you can see the rotations and stuff, the show me a hint things. I was like, well, before the show me the hint things, I was like, I really want to show off the fact that they've got these rotation things on the blocks to show you where they're spinning. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure out how to do this. And this looks amazing. This looks incredibly sleek and clean now. And even though it essentially showed me what to do, I still feel like I learned, oh, okay. Oh, wow. See, yeah, look at this. This is how they how the dev has designed this puzzle to be solved, right? So these will get placed on every single smart conveyor, then they'll go down like a row, right? Instead, I've just got one, and it's just going to create a mess. If it even works. It should work, right? It should work. I think mine will work pretty well. In fact, I think mine might use less conveyor belts. Potentially. I think so. Let's have a look. Actually, well, yeah, let's watch it. This should be it complete. We can probably speed it up. We know this first bit works, so here we go. First bit's complete. Now let's see what happens. Okay. I see. I see an issue. So once this is complete, it still absorbs it if it gets delivered to it. So how do we do that? Oh, okay, yep. Essentially, what we need to do is we need to set this system up to split into 3 different rows. Oh, this is brilliant. This is a thinker moment. Okay. I've got this. This is gonna look horrific, and I apologize to everyone watching at home. But let's see if I can figure this out. I want to do this. I want to do this. Is that the right way? That is. Okay. We're gonna do this. Let's set up some nice holding blocks. This top one is going to be a conveyor. Oop. Like this. Oh no, that doesn't work. It will work. It will work, and I'll show you how it will work. It will work because we will have them on this side as well. We'll have the conveyors like so. We don't need to place one right there. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, it actually kept the orientation. I don't think it previously used to do that. So that is brilliant. Oh. At least it looked like it did. It had the illusion that it did. Okay, maybe that was a bug. I'm not too sure. Okay, so actually wait, what am I doing? We just need one here. Okay, so that time it worked. Interesting. Here we go. So then I wanted to essentially do this, right? Here we're gonna have a smart conveyor. It's gonna have 1, 2 on it. Actually no, it's only gonna have 1. Then we're gonna have a normal conveyor. Then we're going to have a 2 setup of the conveyors. Oh, that is amazing. Look at the orientation of this block. It's facing to the left, and then look at the orientation of the smart controller. The smart conveyor, sorry. It's facing the other direction as well. This is amazing. I love that. I love that so much. So then we want this setup, and then essentially we want that. So this should be fine. That should work. I'm trying to think. Does this work? Okay. New idea. We can have the smart conveyor. So instead of having these down here, let's break this stuff. We're gonna use it again, just not yet. Break this stuff. Let's set smart conveyors now facing this way. We can have 3 of them. Then they'll get, once they're triggered, obviously, they'll... No, maybe we do need them down. Or at least... Okay, yeah. No, this works. I had a little bit of a brain fart. I was a bit confused with what I was meant to be doing. But this should work. We should then be able to do this, followed by this, this, this. Okay, this is going to be a mess. This is going to be an absolute mess, but it should work. This is going to go here. Then we're going to set up the conveyor belt system again to do that. And that should work. Let's get our fillers. We can place as many of these as we want. Place our sensor there. That should work. We're going to have fillers up here as well with a sensor here. Perfect. We've got to figure out a way to connect these conduits to everything. So it'll start off like this, and then we're going to have to go underneath. Which, I mean, it's cool that we can go underneath. That's a... Oh. We're in a bit of a pickle. Did that do it? Oh, we're stuck. Nope, we're good. We squeezed out. Okay, so, are all of these hooked up? They are. Okay. That should work. These are not hooked up. Let's hook these up. We're not going to test as we go, because this should work. I guess we could test, but I think we'll get more out of it if we don't. So then let's have this go here. And rotate. No, we gotta do the exact same thing. Now, we could do this easier, I think. But I'm gonna still set it up this way. Purely because I feel comfortable setting it up this way. And at the end of the day, you know, you can solve these however you want. And as horrifically as you want. That's the key takeaway here. Now this one, where it's just one by itself, we can be very primitive with and just drop it directly in. We don't have to mess around with that. Okay. So now this stuff, we can clean it up a bit. I do want it to look a little bit better. Clean that up. Get rid of those. And also clean up this. Get rid of this stuff. Make this look... We'll make it look a little bit nicer. Because then that's better for everyone. So then all we need to do is set up the conduits. Okay. My theory is this will work flawlessly. You guys ready? Let's do it. Let's see how it goes. So these should go up, then they get pushed, then it waits, then 2 wait, then we should have 3 wait. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, that is perfect. That is actually perfect. So it makes... How many does it make at a time? Okay, so it's making these first 2. These first 2 work. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it's a little inefficient. I think it does these 2 a lot faster than it does this one. This one still has 3 more left. But it does do them. Ever so slowly. And I think the reason that it does it a little bit inefficiently is because we're not using this setup that they showed us in the hints, where it splits them off into 3. So we could do that, but that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Let's have a look at the next challenge. We probably won't do it in this episode. I just want to have a nice look. I do want to go back to a previous challenge we did. So, input zone, output zone. So oh, that is really cool. So now we're actually using the pieces that we built. So we just built these pieces, and in a previous challenge we built this piece, and now we've just got to combine them. I feel like this is going to be extremely easy now that I understand how the smart conveyors work. We're going to leave this though. We're going to go into the main menu. That's just a little spoiler. If you guys want to complete that, Stay tuned for the release of Block Motion, hopefully later this year. That should be pretty fun. And there's also workshop levels, infinite. I say infinite, I mean as many as people build, I guess. So let's go back. I believe he said that if you remember when we completed this one, we can open this. We had a little bit of a bug where even if the pattern wasn't perfect, it why can't I think of what I'm trying to say? It would finish, and it would absorb every block in the radius, and it would complete. So like we could just sheer force it. Now we still are doing that, but we wouldn't have to have this extra room. So let's see how it changed. So essentially, we have this pattern that repeats, but the problem is once this completes, once we have this pattern filled up, it doesn't start again. Like there's no double white. You might understand. In fact, has it changed shape? I think he said it. I think the dev said they made it a little bit easier. In terms of the pattern. Yes, I don't think our pattern works. Okay. Oh, you know why it doesn't work? Probably because we have these welders. Let's see if that's all it is. In fact, let's pause and break this as well, and place this conveyor. How do we want that? I think that's. Whoa! Let's place that there. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this works. This should work. In my mind, this. Okay, so this whole thing's broken. We might have to redo this, but what we could do is we could check out the hints. Let's see how they did this. What? Once again, look back at our design that previously worked. You get everything to go in a pattern, and then you just weld it all together and slap it through. That still might work. There still might be a way for us to utilize this system, but then have a look at the hints. I might actually go through and check out the hints and see how they vary with all of our previous builds, and then we'll wrap up this episode. So the white blocks come here. They get welded together. Then they get... Wait. Okay, wait, no. So a white block comes here, while a black block comes here. They both get welded together, so a white and black block. Then they come here. They get pushed up one, so it's white and black. Then I assume it alternates, so then it'll be black and white, and they all get pushed up. And I guess they get welded as they get pushed up. And then you have a row like that. And then it gets pushed across, and then it gets... Because this is an odd amount, isn't it? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm a little bit curious. Alright, let's have a look at some of our other builds. Go campaign. I like how there's seemingly like no loading screens. Like, you press escape, you click main menu, and this is it. This is the main menu. Our stuff's still in the background, but this is the main menu. We're here. It throws me off every time. Let's... I mean, these are probably pretty easy. The cube. This is one where we had a pretty crazy setup. We had a pretty crazy setup on this one, to say the least. I'm curious. First off, let's make sure this still works. I just want to see one of them complete. I don't know if this works. Yeah, it's completing. Yeah. Okay, so it still works. That's amazing. Let's look at the hint. Okay. So it seems like because I don't think we had smart conveyors in this early level. It seems that this is a little tech, I guess you would say, to utilize. This whole combining two together in one direction, then sending them another direction and combining them, in a separate way. Whether it's, on the x-axis and then I guess the z-axis, or whether it's on like the z-axis and the y-axis, or both. Or if that doesn't make sense, whether you go left to right and then sideways and then upways. I'm just making things more confusing. Okay, so that's interesting. What over here do we do? So that's the one we just did with help. This is the previous one we did. Let's load this one up. So this is our design. Oh, this is confusing. So we get these blocks. They get crafted and welded together. I felt pretty good about this one. Actually, I take that back. I don't remember how I felt about this one. But let's see what they thought. Yeah, okay. So they instantly started using smart conveyors in this format, in this direction, where you have them split up into separate routes, and then from there, I guess it's easier. I wonder if then it's just a matter of timings. So you have both of these turn into this block, and then somewhere along the line you squeeze a normal block in the middle. I mean that obviously happens over here. Okay. Okay, so this one I feel like we actually did pretty good on, because have a look at our design. Now it looks extremely messy. But I mean, that's just because they're sideways conveyors, you know? There's no way to make sideways conveyors look pretty. And this is a little bit of a mess, but I mean, look at how well it worked. Okay, so it didn't work well. In fact, this might not work because now it has an extra block. Yeah, it doesn't work. Look at that. Okay. I'm curious. Wait, I'm curious. Do they weld together? They do. Okay. I was wondering if maybe we could just like chop the top off. Okay, so if they're welded together in this area, that doesn't count as a complete one. So this method actually doesn't work anymore. We would have to revisit this one as well. That's good though, because essentially I cheated on this one because, you know, I had it looking messy and it worked. That's really cool. I'm a very big fan of the changes that have taken place. Very happy about it. So this is the one that we just unlocked. This is a different one as well that we've also got unlocked, because you can do two. So like if I got completely stuck on drilling site, we could do rocket assembly, and then I believe we'd unlock small generator, and then we could come back to drilling site later. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Let's just open this one too, have a look, and then we'll probably wrap up. So input, we get the white cubes every 5 cycles, so 2 for every one of these, but for every one of these we get 2 of these, and they face different directions. So everything honestly feels like it's a lot easier now that I understand how you can have these conveyors set up. Like if we look at the hint, yeah, you have them so that they go on the smart conveyors and they both get triggered at once. It makes so much more sense now. Because previously I was so confused. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please do subscribe. We are trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the month. Assuming we just got to 900, we're so close that I'm assuming by the time this video goes up, we're at 900. Fingers crossed. Please do check out this game. I believe I have the Steam link in the description of the video, so please go check it out. Go give the developers some support or even some tips if you're watching the video and you have a pretty cool idea. I guess let him know somehow. Maybe even in the comment section below. I think he goes through some videos and checks out, see how people play, see what issues they encounter, like how I was struggling so much with these conveyors, and now we have the UI to tell us what it does. I love that. That is beautiful. Genuinely, the day that like I uploaded this, it was already fixed. Like after I left the game, the next day I loaded up Steam and there was an update, and I was like, oh my god, there's an update already. Because I think that was I'm not taking the credit for that. I'm just saying that that was already on his radar, so he was getting that fixed, and I just so happened to hop into the game the day before it got fixed and pre-recorded all those episodes. But yeah, I'm loving where the game's going. I'm loving all the updates. The developer seems extremely friendly, extremely helpful, and supportive. So yeah, this is a positive. Yeah, I don't know what else to say except for thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.